Hello, Longaberger friends. How are you? Welcome to Thursday. This is Thursday. I hope your week has been going absolutely beautifully and you're looking forward to a really great weekend. My name is Lisa. I'm an Elle Daily host. I've been doing this now for a couple of months and I just love it. And I love the brand. You know, it started out as a hand woven basket brand decades ago out of Dresden, Ohio. And listen, those baskets are still being made and they're still hand done just as they were then. But also today, there's so many other categories that Longaberger provides to you, be it beautiful skincare. It could be wonderful things for your kitchen. It could be beautiful furnishings for your bedroom. It could be accent pieces like lamps and mirrors and rugs, all of those things. So if you've not fully explored this website yet, please do so. But today is Thursday Trend. So what's the trend going on? Well, as a result of COVID, and we all lived through that, and I hope that you're well from it, and I hope all of your family is well from it and really survived that unscathed. But what we did seem to do during those months was we stayed at home. We stayed at home because we felt better staying at home. And suddenly family time and meal time and just evening time became home time. And it kind of became private time and it became much more centered just with family and friends and those people we felt really comfortable being around. What's interesting is we are seeing, although now we are really free to travel, get on an airplane, go dine in a beautiful restaurant, go to theaters, see each other again in person, but we're still seeing this continued trend of people enjoying having family or close friends over at night or during the daytime, but being together at home. So tonight we're going to do just a kind of stay-at-home Longaberger evening and what that might look like to you, especially as we're getting into the cooler months of autumn. They're just around the corner. So maybe you have a beautiful outdoor space. I've talked about the deck that I have on my house in Pennsylvania and how I love being out there morning and in the evening. Maybe you have a really expansive, beautiful area in your yard or a screened-in porch or a front porch or a beautiful big space that you have pavers, that you're able, even poolside, if you have that kind of extravagance, good for you. But these are just a few ideas of how you can have a few select family friends over, totally relaxed, have a beautiful evening, Longaberger style. So if it is evening, doesn't mean it's always going to be the dinner hour, but if it is evening, perhaps it's just going to have friends and family come around for a few nibbles. And I think that is always fun. So to set the stage, we are starting this Longaberger evening with one of my favorite items that this company brings, and it is a charcuterie board. And if you've never had one of these, please try this board for a multitude of reasons. First, I want you to see the back of it. Longaberger right there. Look at that beautiful piece of wood. Are you kidding me? Look at the grain on that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. The reason I love this particular charcuterie board, because you can find them out there. They're out there in all sorts of different iterations. I love the size of this board. It is small enough so that if it's just an intimate gathering, you can fill the board to capacity and it looks beautiful. But it's large enough that you can put several different items on it. In other words, if a board is too large and you only have like 4 or 5 people, you feel like you've got to fill it up because it kind of looks odd if you don't, and then you might have wasted food. Or alternatively, if it's just too small and you try to kind of put too much on it, it also looks a little bit cluttered. So for an intimate gathering of maybe 4 or 5 people, this is the perfect size. It's just about 12 inches-ish this direction, and then just about 8 to 9-ish this direction. Remember, these are all hand done. But I love the way it's been finished. I love the way it looks. I love the thickness of this wood. So if you're going to do, a lot of people think about charcuterie, they only kind of think about meat and cheese, which is fine. But you could do an all-fruit charcuterie board. I've seen all-vegetable charcuteries. I've seen Mediterranean charcuteries. This could be a kind of an after-dinner dessert charcuterie. You can imagine just a placement of cookies here, 1 or 2 little chocolates here. You could do like a few little cupcakes here and there, and then like a nice tiny slice of some sort of, I don't know, like a butter cake could go here. I mean, there's all sorts of things that you can do with this. Your imagination will be the limit for you. So you can go wild with this. I just think it's beautiful and it's substantial and it's so easy to keep clean. Now, if you like that idea, and I really do, you may want to think about also picking up our charcuterie utensils. I think these are great, 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 great. And here's this piece of wood that just kind of suspends off the end, saying Longaberger. Isn't that pretty? So for the fork, if you're going to pick up, a piece of, I don't know, prosciutto. For the spoon, if there's like a really nice kind of like a, I don't know, salsa or like a cream cheese type soft spread that you want to kind of scoop it out. And if you need to kind of cut into that more sharp cheddar or your pepper jack or your harder cheeses, these are absolutely terrific, terrific, terrific. So think about a charcuterie board for your Longaberger evenings as you're having family and friends over to your home. Why not? But what else goes well in the evening? Well, something to drink. Absolutely. And it might be iced tea. It could be lemonade. It could just be like a sparkling seltzer. But I love these coasters. These coasters we've talked about before, they're finished on both sides. It's kind of like a limited edition of one because no two are exactly the same. See the stitch work, how beautiful that is? It's a perfect square. These go in the washing machine with zero problems whatsoever, but it's all floral. And I just love the way they look. So really perfect for that evening decaffeinated coffee, that beautiful, just refreshing soda. It could, as I said a minute ago, it could be just like a lemonade or a sweetened tea. Maybe you did sweet tea that you did a sun tea that day and you're doing a sweet tea that evening. But these coasters are fantastic and they come in a set of 4 and they're beautiful and they're just going to last forever. But if the evening event tends to go towards a beautiful wine, then we also have gorgeous, gorgeous wine glasses. These happen to be stemless. You can choose stemless or you don't have to. But I love these wine glasses. They're designed in New York. They're blown elsewhere, but they're a New York design, and they're really beautiful. And they're substantial, and they feel great in the hand. So your evening is set with like a charcuterie board with whatever your choice is, a really beautiful coaster for whatever your family or your friend opts as their beverage, a wine glass, if that should be on the menu, because maybe you're doing a sangria that day, whether it's red or it's white, or maybe you're going to do like a mulled wine. If it starts to be chilly in the evening, I could go in our mug or even in this glass, it would be fine. But to kind of finish out our Longaberger evening, then let's talk about our wine shop, because that's something else that Longaberger now offers. And you may not have known that. You're like, Lise, I knew about the baskets. I knew that they were dabbling in some food and maybe even some things for the kitchen, but we have a beautiful wine shop. As a preface, all of our wine comes from California, and California wines are really the most desired. Why? Well, it's because of the environment, the temperature, the soil. And the place where the wine country is in California, it really likens itself to a Mediterranean environment, a Mediterranean weather, as it were. So you've got these crisp, blue sky, sunny, warm days, okay? And then it's kind of juxtaposed with this cool, beautiful, foggy evening as the water and it kind of rolls over the Pacific island, the Pacific Ocean, and then onto the coast of California. So you have warmth, you have coolness, you have soil, and you have history, because you have vineyards that have been in families for decades. And so we partner with the best vineyards from California to bring you 2 beautiful wines. And you can order just the Chardonnay, you can order just the Merlot, you can mix and match, whatever you want to do. But here it is, Chardonnay. Okay, it's the color of straw. It has those notes of pear and apple. It's so refreshing and crispy. The sommelier notes on this particular wine is that this has such a velvety, smooth, yet light, refreshing finish. It's not just great for dinner with fish and that sort of light fare. It's actually perfect with appetizers. Because, sometimes when you have a past appetizer, you don't want your beverage to be so heavy. You want it to be light. And so the sommelier notes on this is that this is absolutely perfect for appetizers or certainly for dinner as well. Chilling it and making a white sangria is a dream come true. So if you like a white wine that's crispy and refreshing, straw color, even invigorating, opt for this. Put it in the fridge for the next time everybody's coming over for a Longaberger evening at your house. But then, for those of us that love Merlot, and I'm in your number, this is a beautiful Merlot. It is a garnet color. It has that little note of fig on it, but it is so, so smooth. This is like butter. And yes, it's going to go with steak. And yes, it's going to go with pasta. And yes, it's going to do with all sorts of different things. But if you decide to do a charcuterie board with really hard cheeses, like a super, super sharp cheddar, you could do a pepper jack, you could do all of those kind of different ones that have that very strong and beautiful flavor. You need something that's equally bold to match it. So this could also be a great option for you. So for your Longaberger evening, if you're going to stay inside with family and friends, we've got you covered with the charcuterie board and the utensils, beautiful coasters, and they really are stunning. Stemware that's stemless or has a stem if you're going to serve wine. And then if you don't have wine, we have the wine. We'll take care of the wine for you as well. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I hope your weekend is fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me on this Elle Daily. Yes, my earring just fell off, but that's okay, because once we're talking about really great product, we're not going to stop. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you soon. And thanks so much for joining us on this Elle Daily.